because if they get a hold of her, and there we have the rocket jump in. It looks like we might have another big pressure on her. Flashes out of that Mystic shot, so Flash burn pretty much bottom. Riven looks like her and Fiddlesticks are the only ones with Flash up right now. So everybody pretty susceptible to any kind of gank if they were able to catch him out, get through that vision warding. Oh, a lot of initiation there to try to get some damage on Fiddle, but Fiddle's perfectly fine here, and it's going to be able to drain up if he really needs to.
Yeah. Toiko blowing a shatter a little bit early there off that stun. Got some damage on there regardless.
Looks like Jack's coming down here to try to support this push on this bottom turret, and it looks like ISP's sensing this a little bit, but they're just backing off out of the turret range, and he really doesn't have a shot to come in here unless ISP decides to get really greedy again and go in there.
Yeah, they can't really make anything happen because Toiko doesn't have Flash on Tarek. It's just going to be up to Jax to either run at them and then Flash Counter-Strike, or just catch them in the midst of a fight.
Yeah, and he still doesn't actually have Flash up at this point, so he's pretty limited. Looks like he's rotating mid. They're actually going to see this going down, and they might get met by Rise. Rise ran that way, and they actually have Fi in the area as well. 20 round run up. A lot of great vision actually from ISP in that blue side jungle. I expect they might be able to be going for that blue buff when it respawns pretty soon here. And Lux getting pushed out of lane. Again, ISP Doogie getting pinged by red team. Jax chasing it up, but looks like Lux blue pilled, so it's going to be a 1v1, which is not going to work out for Jax. And unfortunately, Counter-Strike does not work against Rise's spells.
Meanwhile, a battle in top lane, ISP Shogun forcing Kalehound's flash. Trying to go toe-to-toe, but Kalehound has decided to flash out. Kalehound also still chilling with just boots. Now getting apprehended in here, and the dunk coming down on top of a few stacks.
Yeah, and that's just going to be rinse, repeat from now on that top lane. So they're going to probably have to get creative, and she's probably going to have to be focusing a lot more in her jungle if she wants to be living in that top lane going forward. Because being out pushing towards Shogun's turret's not going to work out.
Yeah, I think an early cause for all the snowball in top lane was oh, never mind.
Oh, Fiddlesticks flashed in, and they're going to absolutely destroy True Shot Barrage. Just barely misses Tarek. I thought that was going to land. That looked actually pretty good. And yeah. Tarek again in a familiar situation, alone underneath the turret.
Yeah, great coordination from ISP there to get that Flash Crow Storm with the True Shot Barrage coming up. There's definitely there's a direct effort to try to get this bot lane going here. ISP Genetics actually maxing Darkwind, which is, Darkwind has, I don't know, I don't think it's very good per level scaling. It only goes up by 20 with each level. So they're really focused on just getting that harass down and just shoving this lane, and they get the first tower of the game. The outer bot turret down just before 10 minutes.
Yeah, that's going to open up rotation of the other lanes to start taking down turrets if they want. They pretty much have a good lead in laning so far. And there's another apprehend to take on this Riven who's running now underneath their turret, trying to get off a stun. There's another dunk and the ignite. It should be enough, and it is going to be enough. And Jax rotates up, and he has no health, so he can't even stand underneath turret. Otherwise, he's going to probably die, although needs to be careful there. Doesn't want to donate that red buff to Darius. Don't need to snowball even more problems right there.
Shogun actually got the reset there, even though Riven died to ignite.
Interesting. And then Rise coming down. Lux, not being aware of it, is going to be able to pick up an easy kill right there.
Yeah, sneaking behind after doing counter jungling too. It seems like every laner in ISP is just pulling double time here with the jungle Ezreal helping out other lanes from afar with the True Shot Barrage, and Rise doing counter jungling while Ezreal's busy ganking, firing off True Shot Barrages. And, well, Darius now 3-0. Kalehound's Riven just going to be worth less and less gold every time here, falling massively behind in creep score. Next thing will probably be the tower. It's almost toast.
Yeah, and, if he can even run there, put a few hits on it, kill it, and keep attacking her after he even starts an attack on her. But yeah, actually just being a little benevolent right here, just waiting a little bit.
Oh, Ezreal doesn't quite solo the dragon. Now Oddballs showing up in force to see what's going on, and they drop a ward and force ISP away from it for now. It was a valiant attempt. It was a valiant attempt.
And there's a big, huge gang squad for Rise right here, but they just kind of get a little impatient early.
They can't seem to close in on him.
Yeah,
Tailhound getting apprehended again in the midst of broken wings. Shogun flashing in and another dunk.
Oh, and in the bottom we actually had an initiate from Fiddlesticks. Jax is gonna be cleaned up, and now this drain Fiddlesticks trying to tank all that damage, but Tark is gonna be able to finally clean up. True Shot Barrage coming in. The True Shot Barrage has been on the money, and now finally ISP should be able to wrap up this dragon, hopefully with their team. Lux meanwhile pushing mid. Darius completely controlling top. Top lane is no longer top lane, is Darius lane. And ISP 5 chasing down Total Warfare. Total Warfare just kind of getting pushed around in this middle lane for most of it.
Yeah, ISP also finishing up the dragon after Fi got executed by it. Looked like he almost had it. Maybe if he looks like he almost had it within smite range. Maybe if he just gone for the smite, it might have died. But who knows? Who knows? Now picking up red team's ancient golem buff in the wake of that fight. Jax seems to have no idea. Now showing up mid lane to help out. Turns on his counter strike, jumps on Ezreal, gets the stun off despite Arcane Shift, but no follow up beyond that. Total Warfare on Lux has not been keen on any follow up in these engagements from with Jax.
Yeah, I kind of feel like that's kind of been Oddballs' thing. They haven't had a really big coordinated effort. We're seeing a lot of coordination coming from ISP to get objectives and to set up ganks, and it seems like the Oddballs think tank is a little bit separated when they're trying to do engagements. There's an early armor shatter that goes off. Darius pulls him in, says, yes, I want to kill you. Is able to clean it up with the guillotine, and there comes a Lux laner trying to push against this wave that's pushing in on their towers. We have a lot of ISP members trickling in here. Fi taking a little tower aggro. Riven trying to get in there a little bit, and already an Ignite onto Total Warfare, and Total Warfare is going to fall to those stacks.
Yeah, Shogun getting another reset, despite Hemorrhage Sticks getting the kill. I thought they took that feature out.
Yeah, actually, I believe they did. Although maybe it's partly since it's from him, but I don't know. And there's another kill. We see there's so much damage here. They really can't defend underneath their turret. There's a flash, the fear that lasts so long. And they're just going to be eaten alive. And ISP pushing this one hard. Ash Arrow flying in, trying to slow this push, but it's not going to happen. Rise leading the charge in here, followed by Darius and Tristana. Tristana trying to wrap it up, but instead Target's going to be whisked away to safety. And now they're just trading off turret aggro, getting pretty low here, trying to kill this turret. ISP Rock's getting really, really low.
Doogie and Fi just chilling in the base, waiting to be escorted out. Their minion wave has arrived, so they're able to walk out. Total Warfare and Kalehound respawning, looking to chase them out of the base. Seems to be working. Not sure why ISP's running away entirely, but looks like they're getting pretty low on health and mana. They can't sustain this push anymore. Shogun may be doing a recall bait here, even though he doesn't have enough mana to use his dunk. And he's just going to have to walk out of there. So 2 towers in the wake of that 5v5 there. Lots of flashes burned from ISP to make those plays. But I think it was pretty exciting.
Yeah, pretty worth it. And now they're just going to go back, build up a bunch of items, and come back out super, super strong. It looks like they're already pinging for Baron, so we're probably going to see ISP going in there, and pretty much makes sense. I mean, besides a really lucky still, there's no way that I can see Oddballs at this point winning a team fight, even with the help of a Baron and some luck. So,
yeah. The gold deficit greater than 10K is pretty hard to come back to. Back from as well.
Yes. Well, the main problem is that it's 15 minutes into the game, and with that lead, because you get into the later stages and that gold doesn't mean as much, but at this stage it means it's the levels. As you see Darius again shredding another target, and it looks like Tark is not going to be able to escape this one, but he actually has the heal. Will he be able to live? This is going to be close. It looks like he's barely. Oh no! He dies on the last tick.
Had to be the last.
The
tick.
last tick. Oh, brutal, 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 brutal. Now ISP can do pretty much whatever they want. I imagine they should just keep pushing. It's probably the best play for them actually at this point. Baron just kind of just pouring on at this point. They don't really need it to go in and push against this Lux that's just by herself. Could have got apprehended right there.
Yeah, taking on Baron this early would just be too costly for ISP. I see Genetics chilling behind the wall, maybe looking for a Crow Storm. Doesn't need it.
Well, good to know that if you get apprehended while setting up a laser, the laser still goes off.
Yeah. And now
there's Fiddlesticks getting in there with the fear. They're going to get rid of Ash. They're going to melt Tark's face off. And now it's going to clear up this inhibitor.
Looks like they are going to try to push with this wave on the Nexus turrets. Not an easy task, but with a lead this substantial, it should be possible here.
Yeah,
First
and they
Nexus
have a
turret
good
goes down.
wave. And Jack's just trying to distract at this point. He's like, hey, chase me. And ISP has a little bit, as I say that, they go off and start chasing him. But it's okay. They got the Nexus turret. Now they're going to switch on to the Nexus. And Riven's not going to be able to do much about this. Jax was cleaned up in the background, and now the rest of Oddballs is up. They're going to make their last stand here. Will they be able to do anything? But it looks like ISP is just too far ahead at this point, and they are going to clean up this Nexus, and that is going to be game. ISP taking our first pool play game very, very convincingly. Looked pretty solid throughout that entire game. Had some great coordination, so I'm excited to see what happens after they potentially could get out of this pool play and on to the bracket play.